The Curiosity Conundrum. It was Year 4 English, another dull, boring lesson. Up till this point I had never found school to be interesting or engaging. The teacher told us we had 3 weeks to plan and write a story about a haunted house. Something interesting at last. Everyone in the class all took to this task immediately, without pause or hesitation. Oh God was the only thing going through my mind when I looked at the page and I had nothing to write. After the full hour lesson, I was just sat there panicking. I was completely convinced I couldn't do it, and I would surely fail the assignment. When I arrived home that same evening, I started to play video games, my favourite pastime. I was playing a video game called Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, narrated by the main character, Raziel. The word derelict was used over and over again. My curiosity was piqued and I had to know what this word meant. The next English lesson, I was itching to grab a dictionary and discover the meaning of this mystery word. Heading straight for the dictionary without hesitation and without a single thought towards my assignment, I discovered the meaning of this word. As I read the meaning, in a very poor condition as a result of misuse or neglect, I felt a revelation sweep over me. He was describing the old broken buildings. It was at this point a haunted house just began to come to life inside my head. My haunted house story began to write itself. Taking notes from the game, when a new and interesting word was used, I was able to discover more. I incorporated words such as tyranny, derelict, hubris and mordacity to great effect in my writing, receiving a good mark and praise for my work. For me, this shed a new light on learning as a whole. I discovered what teachers say isn't the only way to learn or be taught. I discovered that the system in which I was being taught was flawed. There was no encouragement to be curious or discover new things on your own. For me, the whole experience I had was what made learning beautiful. I let my curiosity drive my learning from this point onwards. The game provided a platform to enable me to embrace curiosity in learning and to use that for self-learning and self-teaching. I began to become autonomous, taking charge of my own learning and not letting the schooling system dictate what I should and should not learn. I believe that this kind of experience should become commonplace in classrooms as it provides a rich, enjoyable experience for learners and can lead them to avenues of learning they may never reach otherwise. This experience provided clarity between learning and knowledge for me. Being told something and asked to feed it back is simply knowledge and not a learning experience. I could show what I had learnt through the writing in my story. Curiosity made my experience when writing the story engaging, fun and almost consuming as I got lost in my writing. This experience is what drives my learning now in my endeavours. This learning experience is strongly linked to the works of Jean Piaget and his theory of cognitive development, in which he speaks about cognitive disequilibrium. I came across something new and became imbalanced, and in order to reach my equilibrium again, I had to discover the meaning of derelict. It also has strong connections to Daisy Huha's theories that curiosity prepares the brain for better learning, in which it is stated the hunger for knowledge is like an itch you have to scratch. It is our curiosity that forces us to scratch that itch. I would argue that learning driven by curiosity is truly an experience. It helps encourage learners to be autonomous and take risks with how they learn, an experience far richer than that of your classic regurgitation of knowledge. It provokes learners to explore new avenues of learning, helping empower them as an individual, providing solid groundwork for emotional intelligence to begin to develop as they act and think for themselves. It is a form of learning that is far more effective for learners and much more enjoyable and engaging. The end.